Hello and welcome to the Shed. I'm Cole Dusseldorf alongside Ben Bollinger. Should have a couple of great games tonight. Ben, how are you doing? Okay, having some technical difficulties early in this one. Ben, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right, there we go.
I'm all in.
Got a couple of good games tonight on the docket between CHENEY and HESSTON. First up, obviously the girls' game starting in 9 minutes. This has turned into somewhat of a rivalry over the last couple of years. CHENEY has had the better of HESSTON, again, for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely, Cole. It's been honestly just an honor to be here in the booth with you, just broadcasting this thing down. But yeah, like you were saying about CHENEY and HESSTON, CHENEY just coming off a season where they go to the state championship, obviously lose to a very talented Goodland team with a girl who is playing D2 at Hayes now, so obviously a very tough loss to end the season, but come back 6-0 loaded, kind of have a history with that last year's sub-state championship at Lyons, forgive me. And a tough loss for the Swathers last year to finish it out to CHENEY, but I mean, this is what you look forward to all year. Home game, enter 2024, play a team you just lost to. You can't have it better than this.
And HESSTON got the better of CHENEY 2 years ago in sub-state, and it was a very physical, slow game. It went exactly how HESSTON wanted it to. They were able to take down CHENEY, who at that time was really a juggernaut in that sub-state semifinal. And then it was HESSTON who ended up meeting Nickerson in the final. So talk about a gauntlet of a sub-state in that one. But like you said, last year, CHENEY able to get the better of HESSTON 2 times when they played. That second game just did not go HESSTON's way. First one was pretty close. Second one just kind of got out of hand pretty early. Kendall Bruggen was in foul trouble early in that game, which led to a lot of the HESSTON offense and what they wanted to do offensively getting bogged down. Campbell Haig leading CHENEY to that state berth, and then, as you said, eventually they would make it all the way to the state championship game where they would fall. On the boys' side, should be another good one. CHENEY outside of the top 10 right now in the KBCA rankings, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to that as both of their losses came without Jackson Voth, who leads their team. Granted, it's just one game that he's played. Leads their team in points per game with 16. It'll be interesting to see how they try to get him back into the mix against probably the best team they're going to play in the regular season this year in HESSTON.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle tonight. You know, obviously CHENEY guys come in at 4-2 with some 2 losses to a Pratt team who's looking pretty good so early, and a Wellington team who's looking really good as well. But given that Jack Voth and I think I can't remember who, 2 of their players not playing.
I think it was their center as well,
okay.
Like Bernard or something like that. I'll have to look at the paper later.
Okay, well, yeah. Obviously, missing 2 starters is tough to have for any team in 3A, really any team in the state to play a game. So I look for CHENEY to come out with a fight. I mean, like I said earlier, it's a Tuesday night. It's the first game of the new year. It's HESSTON, CHENEY, 2 basketball powerhouses around the state, boys and girls. I think it's going to be a battle, and really it's all about who wants to show up and who wants to start out with that energy and that obviously that ball movement and that. Honestly, I just think the effort, really, when it comes down to it. And again, like this, you need to start fast. You need to start with passion and effort all over the court.
And one thing to look for both of these teams, both girls and guys, they haven't been able to practice for that long with the dead period they had over Christmas break. I think they've only been practicing since either Thursday or Friday. So it'll be interesting to see if these teams are dealing with any rust, especially early in the game as they break out of it, see if that plays into it at all. Do you think that will have any effect on how the game plays out?
Absolutely. As a former player, you know, obviously not too long ago, that Keisha winter break, it's tough. I mean, you go from the holidays, the family time, the friends, right, the food, and then you go straight into an opportunity where you got to turn around and get your practice. And you're not just practicing, you're getting back in shape. And that turnaround's hard anyway, let alone to play a game 2 days after the new year. So you got to think some of these kids obviously celebrate the New Year's, have a good time with their friends and their family, and then you turn around 2 days later, you're playing a game, not just a game, an elite, tough game.
And that's the thing, too. I mean, for all 4 of these programs that we're going to see in action tonight, they're pretty storied programs. HESSTON obviously has had success over the years. They've been a 16-win team over the past decade plus. HESSTON boys, obviously, we don't have to talk about them. 3 straight rings. I mean, that speaks for itself. But then you look at the CHENEY girls. They've won a state championship within the last 5 years. They're a very good program. They're always near the top. And then the CHENEY boys, they haven't necessarily gotten to that finish line. But, again, they're always competing. I mean, we've seen them have some very good squads. So it'll be interesting to see how that rust and that just shaking off some of those early season shedding those Christmas pounds, how that plays off on court. And honestly, conditioning could be a bit of a factor tonight, especially early in the game while these teams are trying to get their bearings.
And I think it's going to be interesting, especially on the guys' side, as Heston plays with a pretty fast tempo under Garrett Roth. Like to move the ball, like to not really sit on it, especially after a made basket from the opposing team. They like to go. And then we'll see, playing at a pace like that with CHENEY, who's got shooters who are going to knock down some big shots, you're going to be moving.
That could be a very fast game in terms of tempo.
Right.
Because CHENEY's whole game plan is they're going to get up as many threes as they possibly can because they got, like you said, they got some shooters. But Heston, as we've seen over the past couple of games, they like to speed things up too. So kind of it's a battle of the strengths really between those two teams. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Right, which is really interesting. We'll talk about this later, but obviously keys to the game on both sides for all four teams. When I say this, is control the pace. Obviously you want to run your offense. You want to run the game at your pace. And doing that after a Christmas break, doing that after a New Year's holiday, and two top 10 teams in girls' side. The CHENEY guys are right on the cusp of being in the top 10. Heston guys are number 1. It's going to be.
And really, I think full strength CHENEY, they're probably sitting here undefeated if they have both Jackson Voth and then Carter Peintner as well. I don't think they lose either of those two games, and they're probably sitting here in the top 3 as well. Instead, obviously, with those 2 losses, they're sitting at 4-2. So it'll be interesting to see again how these two teams will combat the rust of the break and battle each other out. I mean, this is a fantastic couple of games.
Right. And what do you think, now that we can have 3 minutes left before tip-off, what do you think the keys to the game are for the CHENEY girls?
I think for CHENEY girls, I think bogging down your pace for Heston, you don't want to get into their tempo. You kind of mentioned this already with playing the game at their own tempo. For CHENEY, traditionally they like to play a little bit faster. It's been when Heston has been able to put up the walls defensively, and that's when they've been able to thrive against CHENEY specifically. So I want to see CHENEY kind of speed it up. Don't get too sped up, but still try to speed things up a little bit. Press on the fast break. You want to be able to put up points in the fast break, and don't let Heston set up as zone defense, because that's where they will tear you apart.
Right, I totally agree with that. And what's really interesting is, if I'm CHENEY, limit the touches to Kendall Bruggen. Bruggen is their all-star. She's obviously an all-state kind of player. We know that. I think everyone in this gym knows that. Limiting her touches, limiting her attacking the basket is going to be key to success for the CHENEY girls, and I really believe that. And then, obviously, you can't say too much about Kendall because you also have an Abby Proctor who's very talented on the court. And so I think those two, obviously, as you know, that runs the offense. So if you can limit their touches, kind of make them force tough shots, I think you're going to be good tonight. If you play your type of game, you control the pace like you said.
What do you see that Heston has to accomplish tonight to take down CHENEY?
Rebound. I think one of the biggest things that, obviously, in the past couple of years, CHENEY has some size. You got to rebound. And I think the biggest thing in past years is she's had some amazing, phenomenal players who also had a lot of height. And they were able to get second chance points, be able to score on the boards. If you're Heston's defense, you got to come tonight thinking, obviously it's going to be a tough game. You got to box out. You got to find, obviously, especially with CHENEY on boys and girls being able to be good three-point shooters, there's going to be some long rebounds. You have to box out. And then, again, I think offensively, play at your pace, like you said. And then, if you're everyone else, get ball movement. Ball movement's going to open your shooters up. It's going to open your best players up to do some damage tonight.
And you mentioned the height of CHENEY. Erica Block, 6-foot junior. Reagan Hedstrom, a 6-foot senior. So 2 girls on their team, 6 feet tall. And really, you look at the entire roster, I think their shortest player is 5'5". And they do have a couple players, or I guess they have one girl who's 5'4", and Reagan Ayres. But other than that, they have a lot of size overall. I mean, 5'7", 5'8", 5'7". Obviously, those 2 6-footers, 5'6". This is not a small team by any stretch of the imagination. And Heston, they have lost some height over the past couple of years. Katie Keeker, obviously, and 2 years ago, Carly Bartell was one of their starting posts in the past year. Right. So you lose a lot of height, and that's really where you could start to feel it against a team like CHENEY, where height is one of their main positive factors.
Right, and like I said, that all goes on the box out. Who wants it more, the effort, the passion? That's going to get you to be able to be in position to rebound, no matter what your height is.
going to get into the starting lineups for both of these two talented teams. It's crazy with the 4 teams we're seeing tonight. 2 combined losses.
That's insane.
22-2 over the first 6 games of the season combined for all 4 of these teams. For Cheney, their starting lineup: Reagan Black, 5'7" sophomore; Peyton McCormick, 5'8" senior; Carson Inslee, 5'5" junior; Reagan Hedstrom, 6 foot senior; and Reagan Avriz, 5'4" senior. For Hesston, we'll see who they trot out to the court. If it's anything like we've seen the past couple of weeks, I would anticipate Kendall Brugan, Callie Yoder, Abby Proctor, Casey Mason, and I'm not sure who the last one is. Callie Yoder's taken some strides over the season. You can definitely tell that watching her play this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, it's when you have a basketball culture, it's not about more about rebuilding, it's more about reloading. And you know, obviously, she's had an older sister who was very talented here for us all this a couple years ago in Corinne Yoder. Getting to see like that ground being laid, how to play hard, how to play physical, especially at that size. I think Callie Yoder brings it to the table tonight. And is definitely one of those players that you can see has grown a lot in a freshman to sophomore campaign.
And really, you love to have someone who, outside of Proctor and Brugan, who can handle the ball a little bit, and that's something that she's shown that she can do. I think part of it for her continual growth is just to see those minutes and just to continue to get experience on the court, and that's the biggest way. I mean, they say the easiest way to improve is just through reps, and that's what you're going to see with Abby. I mean, not Abby Proctor, with Callie Yoder. I'll get it right eventually.
All good. You know, I just want to take a comment for the atmosphere on a Tuesday night. I understand it's New Year's. I understand some people are off. Cheney's here, a lot of fans, a student section. You love to see it.
Hedstrom tipping at midcourt. And we are off. Cheney will secure the opening tip. Right side is Avriz, and she'll throw it away. First possession, turnover for Cheney. Being over and back. Carson Inslee hustling to ensure that Kendall Brugan can't get the steal and the easy lay.
Right, I think that's just like the very beginning of the game. Got to take a deep breath and just make sure your passes are crisp.
We'll get it in with Casey Mason. Quick jumper up and good. So a quick start for Hesston. The defensive stop. Casey Mason gets a short jumper to go.
Solid bucket there. Just a quick jump shot, easy shot. Great take.
Average top of the key. On right side is McCormick. McCormick in the corner is Black. Black guarded by McGill. Pass to Avriz. Back to Black. He's looking for a curl cutting Inslee. Instead, it's bad. It's going to be, let's see what the call is. Looks like a foul. Looks like that'll be Callie Yoder's first on the night. And Callie Yoder's actually going to get the steal this time around on the fast break layup, up and good. So a quick 4-0 start for Hesston.
And that's playing through the adversity of get the quick foul, keep your head up, and then just make a play like that. What a great play.
Precisely. Average top of the key, guarded by Brugan. Now right side is McCormick. McCormick taking Proctor off the dribble. Now left side, Average 3 on the way. No good. Saved, but then rebounded by Yoder. Yoder, pass ahead to Brugan. Brugan, one dribble, will pass it weak side to McGill, top of the key, Yoder. Now back around to Brugan, looking for Mason inside. Isn't able to find her, has her dribble poked away, but able to retain possession. Proctor has it. Yoder left side. Inside Mason, she'll square up past to McGill. Brugan.
Great defense here by the Cardinals.
Brugan inside to Proctor. Nice move up and under, 6-0, Hesston leads. 6:15 left first quarter.
Phenomenal move by Proctor there, the up and under after a slow possession. Great bucket.
And the defense, it's actually going to be a foul. I assume that'll be on Proctor. So good job for Cheney to attack the rim there, get a foul call, get to the line, shoot two. Really McCormick.
And that's what we're talking about pace. Hesston's on a 6-0 run to start the game. That's a great take. Get something easy, get to the free throw line as Cheney. Great start there. Obviously, great start by the Swathers, but great way to break that 6-0 run. Get into the basket, get in the foul.
McCormick's first free throw is good. Subbing in, by the way, Erica Block for Cheney. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Heston. 6-1 the score. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Proctor, a lot of space. 3 on the way, good.
You can't leave her open like that. That's just an easy shot for Proctor. She's that type of player. She will make those.
Looked like a miscommunication for Cheney as they nearly passed it out of bounds, and Proctor used that space to her advantage, knocked down the triple. Heston with a phenomenal start block, using her size. Nice steal by Yoder, and she's fouled. That'll be Inslee's first foul of the game. 2 fouls for Heston, 1 for Cheney. Timeout by Cheney. And what a start for the Heston Swathers.
You know, if you're the Swathers, that's exactly what we talked about, how this keys the game. Their tempo, their pace, and like I said, the ball movement opened up the shots. You can slow it down. There's no shot clock in high school basketball, as you know. Abby Proctor with a great 5-0 run by herself. Great, great start for the Swathers.
And what will happen on that last Proctor 3 is Cheney, they had too much attention on Kendall Brugan, and that's what she'll do. She'll attract a lot of that attention, like moths to the flame. They left 2 people as she was cutting across the court. 2 of them went with Brugan for just a split second, which left Abby Proctor with enough space to nail that tray.
Right, and it's so hard when you have 2 solid players you have to think about, because you're already thinking about one player in specifically Kendall Brugan, and everything she does, you're trying to deal with her, you're trying to help off, you're trying to do what you can as a defense. That's going to leave players with opportunities, especially Proctor, who's taking that responsibility as that second scorer behind Brugan. It's going to be tough. If this continues to play like this, it's going to be tough for the Cardinals to bounce back.
I think one thing Cheney has to do is they can't get too cautious here, even though they do face the early deficit, but continue to just play their game, use their size to their advantage, try to get a couple points on the board. 9-1, Heston leads. 5:35 left, first quarter. Yoder breaks the press by herself. Kick into the corner, Brugan head fake. Step back jumper on the way. Good, wow.
Wow.
Heston is on fire to start this game.
That is a tough shot. From the elbow, step back. Man, Kendall Brugan makes that look easy.
And a phenomenal talent that Heston has. You've seen her grow over the years, and she'll continue to do that. 3 on the way is pure. Reagan Averiz drills that one from the top of the key. Much needed basket for Cheney.
Yeah,
but again, Heston speeding up the pace.
Cardinals needed that 3. If they can get a stop here too, it's going to get them right back in the game after that nice bucket to get them off that 1 free throw.
Yoder skip past to Proctor, thought about the 3, past to Brugan. Brugan is going to get called for a carry. That's the right call. Dribble got away from her, went above her head.
Right, and like I said, if Cheney can continue to do that and speed up the game, make it hard for Brugan to get to her spots, you know, that's where they're going to be successful on the defensive end.
Right now it's been Proctor stepping up. Although Brugan has definitely had her hand on this game early, and that's going to be another, no, they're going to save it. It looked like it was going to be another turnover, which was not what Cheney needed at all. It was Block who was able to get over there in time, snare that ball before it was able to go into the backcourt. But Yoder, another steal. That's 3 early steals. Pass ahead to Proctor. She'll stop. Nice pass to Kendall Brugan. Layup up and good. Great vision and great poise by Abby Proctor to get that pass through to Brugan.
The Swathers defensively, Yoder with her 3rd steal, leading to offensive points. That's the easiest thing in basketball. Quick steals leads to layups.
Inslee guarded by McGill. Pass to Averiz. Top of the key, McCormick. 3 on the way, off to the left, rebounded by Block. Shot up, no good, but she's fouled by Casey Mason.
And that's what Cheney does. That's what Cheney does. A good shot from 3, obviously doesn't fall, crashes the boards, gets to the free throw line. And like I said, Heston defensively, those things are going to happen, but we can't let that, obviously they can't let them be consistent. Got to rebound.
Block's first free throw on the way, no good. McCormick subbing out for Cheney. That's Kennedy Frieden getting her first minutes of the game. Second free throw no good as well, but they're going to get the long rebound. Frieden checks in and immediately gets an offensive rebound. Pass stolen, though, by Brugan.
Great effort on that rebound, but got to be a little smarter with the ball there if you're the Cardinals.
Brugan head fake all the way to the rim. Layup no good, but she's fouled.
Macy Bat picks up the foul there, and that's just Bruggen taking to the hole right there. A solid take. It's kind of hard to get in front of a shooter, a driver like that, in that possession, not pick up a foul there. It's going to be really tough situations like that to get in front of a ball handler going downhill with steam.
First free throw no good for Bruggen. Heston with the early 9-point lead. Second on the way makes it a double-digit lead for the Swathers. 3:44 left in the first quarter. Black drives into the lane, and it's batted away. Stolen by Bruggen. 1 on none. Fast break for Proctor. Layup up and good. Defense again leading into offense, and that's really been the story early in this first quarter.
Man, between Yoder, Proctor, and Bruggen, it's a three-headed monster right now, defensively and offensively.
Into the lane is Inslee. Floater on the way. No good, and it's going to be a charge. Good job from Bruggen. Stepping in there, setting her feet, taking the charge. That'll be Inslee's second. Frieden will check out of the game. McCormick in for her. I'm surprised that Inslee's not coming out. Maybe she is now. And now she will sub out. Avers checks into the game. A couple of subs for Heston as well. Ella Kate Phillips into the game. Yoder to Bruggen. A lot of space, right wing, three, buried.
Man.
Heston on fire. Shades of last year in reverse, 19-4, 15-point lead with the Swathers. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. One dribble layup up and spins around and in for Reagan Hedstrom.
Solid move in the post there. Getting it down to the block, making a good move, making the basket.
Yoder to Bruggen, back to Yoder. Now left side Proctor, a lot of space again. Three on the way, and it's good. Heston cannot miss from three. They are 3 for 3 now from the field, from beyond deep.
Proctor already with 10 points in the first quarter. A hot hand for her. That's dangerous.
Keep in mind, Cheney was 6-0 coming into this game. They trail by 16 in this first quarter. Black, top of the key to McCormick. Curl cut inside, nice cut. Avers gets the layup to go. Good find from McCormick. And Cheney in some pressure now.
Avers trying to hold Cheney in this game right now after this amazing run by the Swathers.
Beautiful press break from the Swathers gets Casey Mason an open shot. She can't get either layup to go, but she's fouled on the second one. It was Yoder who broke it originally, passed it ahead to Phillips, who swung to Proctor, and then down inside to Mason. So a textbook press break for the Swathers. Mason gets the first free throw to go.
And the Swathers are making this Cheney press look like butter in a way. And just slicing and dicing, ball movements, crisp, great passes, and getting layups or the free throw line.
And that's one thing for breaking a press. Not only just being content with breaking the press, but being aggressive. Because when you're in a press, if you can get past the original line of defense, you're most likely going to have an advantage offensively, whether it's a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1, something of that nature.
Right.
And that is exactly what they have done in this game. They lead 24-8 after 2 Mason free throws. Nice defense from Proctor, phenomenal footwork, and she gets the steal.
She's everywhere tonight. Offensively, defensively, has the hot hand. Man, Swathers started out this game very, very well.
McGill to Phillips to Yoder, right wing. Inside to Proctor, she pivots, finds an open McGill. Thought about the three, will decide not to take it. To Bruggen, her first touch on offense this possession. Into the lane, layup up, off the front of the rim, gets her own rebound, and the layup is good. Timeout taken by Coach Richardson, 30-second timeout.
As they say, if your first shot doesn't fall, grab your own rebound and score a second one.
And you know, the shooter can often have the best idea of where that rebound is going to go. And you can see Bruggen, as soon as she shot that one, knew exactly where it was going to go, able to get that rebound and put it back up for 2.
Yeah, the Swathers, like we said, how you start the game. We were worried earlier about both teams on what would this look like after a break, after Christmas break. The Swathers have answered every single question, offensively, defensively, no slowing down, picking up right where they left at break.
And for CHENEY, on the other hand, definitely looks like you can see a little bit of that rust, still trying to shake it off. And this game, I mean, there's still 3 quarters left, even though it's an 18-point game right now as it stands, still a lot of time left to get your bearings and get yourself back into this game.
Yeah, if I'm the Cardinals, I'm not super worried, but I need some offensive production. 8 points in the first quarter when the other team's scoring 26. Got to have some more offensive work here.
And more importantly, they need to get some stops defensively. And there's another turnover. And it'll eventually go out on HESSTON after a defensive tip. So another turnover for CHENEY, and HESSTON continues to swarm defensively, and it's leading to buckets on the other end. Yoder has her dribble poked out of bounds by Black. Will retain possession on the sideline.
Obviously, the Cardinals are running man-to-man defense. You got to get up in those passing lanes. You got to make it an issue. Force the problem. Make passes difficult for the Swathers. And right now, it's been like the Swathers can catch where they want.
Mason to Bruggen. Bruggen nearly has her pocket picked, able to save the possession. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Yoder needs to get rid of it. We'll pass to Mason, to Bruggen. The body's in the lane, and she's going to be tied up, so nice defensive play.
That's the
arrow in the favor of HESSTON.
That's the Cardinal defense you need. Making it hard, forcing the issue, making Kendall Bruggen have tough shot after tough shot. That's what you need if you're a Cardinal defense.
McGill looking to get in. They're going to get a foul, a hold. Emphatic call by the referee. It'll be on Peyton McCormick, her first. Team's 5th, so it'll be shots at the free throw line for Bruggen. First free throw rattled around and in. She's 2 for 3 from the line. Second on the way, good. 30 seconds left in this first quarter.
So Bruggen also has 10.
So already 2 players in double digits for HESSTON, which is impressive in a game, much less a first quarter. 15 seconds left, nearly stolen. CHENEY maintains possession to McCormick, and it's going to be out of bounds. Nice hands from Yoder, and a good job of not hitting McCormick with any of her body to get hit with a blocking foul. Instead, CHENEY will have to reset their possession.
And we're back for some second quarter action where the Swathers lead the Cardinals 28-8 after a blistering hot first quarter.
And there's another steal to start the second quarter. Yoder, she'll turn it right back over looking for Bruggen. Just got a little too sped up on the sideline. No one picked up ball. I'm not sure why Inslee didn't attack the lane. Passes off to Avriz. She passes to Inslee in the corner. Back to Black. Inslee again. Ball above her head, top of the key, McCormick. Down low was blocked, outside 3, no good. Goes through the wickets of McCormick, and then eventually wrestled away by the HESSTON Swathers. Proctor dribbling up the court to Yoder.
solid ball movement here by both teams so far. Just trying to find a good shot.
Mason down low, nice head fake, loses the dribble though. Stolen by Avers. Pull up three on the way, bang.
What a shot from Avers. Fast break, pull up, three-pointer good.
Tough shot to defend. 28-11, Mason. Inside, Proctor. Outside from Yoder. Off the front of the rim. Long rebound, Cheney. So one of the first threes we have not seen fall for the Swathers tonight.
And if you're Cheney here, just piece by piece. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just slowly get back in this game.
And they're going to turn it over again. That's really been a struggle. Cannot hold on to the ball right now.
I think it's just that deep breath. Like, the game is going faster in your mind than it actually is on the court, and it leads to a little bit of sloppiness, a little bit of you're anticipating too fast.
And Ben, do you think part of it could also be you see the scoreboard, you start pressing, you start trying a little bit too hard?
Oh, absolutely. Your mind, it's thinking about we're down so much. You're trying to make a play, you're trying to make something happen, and next thing you know, it's a turnover or a bad pass or something bad happens on the court.
Bruggen gets to the rim, layup good. Tough shot off balance for Bruggen. I believe she has 12 now in the game.
Actually, no. She has 8, 3, 11, 14 right now.
14. So Bruggen continues to put the ball in the hoop. Block down low, nice move. Ball is tipped away though, out of bounds, last touch by Bruggen.
And the refs discussing the call, but the call will stand. Cardinals basketball.
Avers looking for someone. She'll get it in with Inslee. And that shot is blocked. Out of bounds, last touch by Cheney.
That's a quick shot by Avers, and I respect it. But, man, that Swather D is just there immediately. Just harassing, getting to the place at the right time, at the right place, at the right moment.
McGill to Yoder. Heston with a 19-point lead, 5 minutes and change left. Another bucket, this time Casey Mason from the elbow. She's got 6 in this one. Bat picks up her dribble. Looking for Inslee. Good defense from Yoder. Has it stripped back to Inslee. Nice give and go. Oh my goodness, rejected by Kendall Bruggen. Yoder out of bounds. What a block by Kendall Bruggen. Swatted that ball nearly out of bounds. Eventually trickling off the sideline.
As someone once said about LeBron James, Kendall Bruggen has no regard for human life on that block. Oh my goodness, that was a couple of dribbles, but man, that was a ferocious block.
It almost looked like she was letting Inslee get to the rack because she knew what was happening. She knew what she was about to do. In the corner, Inslee. Down low is Hedstrom. She's swarmed, stolen by Bruggen. Bruggen, that's barbecue chicken, layup up and good.
That is 16 now for Bruggen, and she's making that look easy.
Too quick on the fast break there. Using that burst of speed to get out in front, and she's outscoring Cheney by herself.
Right, as they say, speed kills, and that's being proven here tonight.
The Heston defense continuing to be turned into offense, and that's what's given them a large lead here in the first half. Offensive rebound, Hedstrom gets that follow in the layup up and good. Much needed bucket for Cheney after the missed 3.
Got a box out there if you're the Swathers. Easy bucket slid there for the putback.
Phillips to McGill. Short jumper, no good. Rebounded by Cheney. It's going to be a foul on Phillips and an inverted slap to the face. She'll go over and apologize. Good sportsmanship there by Ella Kate Phillips.
And honestly, not a lot of calls here in that first half. It's kind of been, obviously, some people have 2 fouls right now, but nothing. I haven't really seen any 2-shot bonus yet for either team.
McCormick to Hedstrom. Takes the handoff. We'll give it to Black. Black trying to dribble through traffic, unable to do so. Stolen again. Ahead to Phillips. Phillips, a couple dribbles. Back to Proctor. 3 on the way. Up And good again. Heston has been on fire throughout the night. And what a performance we're seeing offensively for the Swathers. How about 37 first half points? We still have 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, Ben.
Yeah, you just can't make this up. If there was a night to go off, this was the night. And both Bruggen and Proctor have showed they are ready for the moment. Not even ready. They're exceeding in this moment. Proctor now has 13 points.
So both Proctor and Bruggen have at least 13 points, which means they're both pacing themselves with Cheney.
Well,
because
yes,
Bruggen has 16.
Correct. And now between the both of them, between Bruggen and Proctor alone, that's 29 points of the Swathers,
they have
37.
two players that have as many or more points than Cheney, which is unheard of. It's otherworldly.
We're still in the first half.
We are still in the first half.
What a performance here from the Lady Swathers, I should say.
And they're kind of breaking out of what over the last couple of games was a little bit of an offensive struggles, especially Smoky Valley when they only scored like 44 points. They're about to score that in the first half.
Yeah. And that was a close game with the Vikings for the Swathers, but they got it done. Being at Smoky Valley.
Cheney trying to attack this 2-3 zone. Another turnover. Callie Yoder, that's at least 4. Layup up, no good. Block from behind. But again, Yoder's defense continues to be sweltering for the Cardinals. Stripped, nearly stolen, and it's going to be stripped again. And wow, a lot of physical battling for the ball right now. McCormick ripping the ball away. Possession arrow in the favor of the Swathers. So not necessarily going to be a turnover on the stat sheet, but in effect, it really is a turnover.
Yeah, man, when you're getting pressed like that and you're having defenders trying to rip the ball away from you, trying to tip every pass, trying to get in the passing lanes, it can be frustrating. I understand why you're trying to rip the ball away, even if it's a jump ball. That can be very upsetting.
Inside Casey Mason, wow. Engulfed by Hedstrom. Swatted away and stolen in one quick motion. And Cheney needs a little bit of that fire. They're going to call a hold. I assume it's going to be on Mason. It will be. Maybe a bit of a frustration foul. Inside McCormick, layup up, no good. But she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
And that's what the Lady Cardinals need to do, is just get back to the free throw line. It's hard to come back from a lead like this, no matter what the situation is. But an easy way to fix that is just getting to the free throw line and making your free throws.
First free throw, no good. Right on cue, Ben. The announcer's jinx.
Yeah, I should
She's
have
alive
said
and
that.
well. Second free throw missed as well. So you can blame Ben for that one up here in the booth.
I apologize for that.
Bruggen behind the back, just a little bit out of control. It's stolen. Cheney the other way, that layup up and good. Average gets that one to go.
And no block or charge call there. And I like the no call by the refs, just letting them play, and it was a great take by Evans.
Stop in the play. Looks like it'll be an offensive foul on Casey Mason. That's her 3rd.
It looked like it was a player control foul.
Heston leading 37-15. Layup from block, up and no good. But she's fouled, so she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And that means that the Lady Cardinals are in the bonus. And just a reminder, this year, based on a new CASHA ruling, there is no more 1-on-1 free throws. The bonus happens immediately at 5,000. You get 2 free throws. Cardinals a long rebound there. Swinging it around. Blacks misses her free throw. or her three-pointer. Kick it up. Oh, man. Tough. Bruggen with had a great vision there to pass it up to Yoder. Yoder just can't handle it. It was a tough catch there. It goes out of bounds for the Lady Cardinals basketball.
Cheney trying to chip away at this 21-point lead. Minute and a half left in the second quarter. Block nearly lost it. Cheney will maintain possession. Three on the way, no good. Long rebound goes out of bounds. So we'll go back to Heston.
Swathers defense still playing pretty well. The Cardinals just cannot have some of these shots are just not falling. It's been a tough first half for the Cardinals shooting-wise.
Abby Proctor to Bruggen. Bruggen, I don't know if it was a pass on purpose. Gets it to Proctor. Deep three from Bruggen. My goodness. That one was from Newton. Drills that three.
That might have been a NBA three-pointer. Most definitely a college story there.
Less than 50 seconds left in this second quarter. That three, no good. And that will end the first half. And what a performance we are seeing from Heston. They lead 40-16 at the half over Cheney.
And that is 19 for Bruggen in the first half alone. That would be a phenomenal scoring performance in a full game. And yet she has 19 in the first half. And then following that, Proctor with, let me count out my total here. Yeah, still 13, but still, wow. 13 and 19. I mean, two leading scorers for the Lady Swathers are playing phenomenally well in this first half. To lead the Lady Cardinals, Reagan Alvarez has 10. She's made a couple threes of her own. And then Reagan Hedstrom also has 4 as we go into halftime. And Peyton McCormick has 1.
I think we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 6 minutes or so. Heston, after the first half, leads 40-16 over Cheney. We'll be back. Back in the shed, Heston with a 40-16 halftime lead over Cheney in the first game of our doubleheader between Heston and Cheney. Ben, what went right for Heston in that first half?
You want me to be honest? Everything. Offensively, shot for shot, three-pointer for three-pointer, free throw, whatever you want to say, they had it. Defensively, turnovers, steals, pressure, rebounding for the majority part, all going in the Lady Swathers' direction.
Really, I think this is the best version of Heston we've seen all year. And this, if they can play like this, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in 3A.
I agree. I think, obviously, 3A girls is always loaded, and there's some great teams out there in the state. But if the Lady Swathers can play like this on both ends of the court, it's going to be very tough for teams to play competitively against this Lady Swathers team.
For Cheney here in the second half, what do they need to do to try to get themselves back into the game?
Like I said earlier, possession by possession. You can't overthink here. You just go down, you say, we're going to get a stop. You play tough defense. You come down on offense. We're going to get something easy. And you just slowly, you keep going back and forth. One possession. And it's got to be one team. In situations like this, down 24 at halftime, one player ain't going to do it. It's a team unit here.
You got to think it kind of has to be a little bit of a death by 1,000 cuts. There's no shot in the game that's going to get you 24 points in one shot. You have to just continue, like you said, just take it one possession at a time, try to matriculate it. You have to D up, because that's one thing that they have not done well. Heston has really gotten whatever they want in that first half. They haven't been contested on a whole lot, and a big part of that has been the defense of Heston leading into offense. So you have to take care of the ball offensively, and then defensively, you have to D up a little bit tougher than you did in that first half.
And if you're the Lady Cardinals, this game is going to get to a point which is unreachable to come back if there is continuous turnovers in the front court. If you're up and they're pressing you, the last thing you want to do is throw it right to them or get tipped. You got to be strong with the basketball. You got to hit people, and you got to have ball movement. You have to have people cutting, like you said. And have people wanting the basketball, finding the open person, leading to open baskets. But if, like we saw in the first half, that wasn't happening, and that led to such a lead by the Lady Swathers, easy layups by easy turnovers.
I think the one thing you need for Cheney is to remain poised. That's a big thing. They got really sped up at points in that first half. And if they can just slow themselves down, again, take it one possession at a time, they can try to get themselves back into this one. It'll be the Cheney Cardinals who will start with the ball, and that's what they needed out of the gates. A three from Inslee.
Great shot to open up the second half there.
Mason rejected by Hedstrom. Second time Hedstrom's gotten the better of Mason in that matchup. Inslee, same spot where she hit that last three. To Black. To Inslee. Pass fake. To Avriz. Then to McCormick. Skip pass, nice ball movement. Oh, good three. Good ball movement. Leads to the open three for Average. Back-to-back threes for CHENEY.
That's a great start, and that's what you're saying. That HESSTON zone is going to lead for open shooters. Got to make them pay. And they've been doing so far.
Yoder has the ball. She'll pass to McGill. McGill to Mason. Mason to Bruggen. She misses that shot a little too strong. Maybe fortunate to not get called with a foul. CHENEY with a couple of defensive stops, a couple of threes early in this third quarter. Inside to Hedstrom. Kick out three. Inslee on the way. No good. They get the offensive rebound. No good. Bruggen secures the defensive rebound. So a couple of good looks for CHENEY, just unable to get it to go. Yoder, ball fake, gets by her man. Casey Mason, short corner, way too strong. Wow, rebounded though by McGill.
What hustle there on McGill.
Yoder to Bruggen. She'll cross over, spin into the lane. Tries to work a pass. A lot of contact, no call. CHENEY with the steal. 40-22, HESSTON with the lead. A couple minutes into the third quarter.
Defensively, the Lady Cardinals have started perfectly, leading to no buckets for the Lady Swathers.
Inslee down low to Hedstrom. No good on the layup. Rebounded by Bruggen. She'll dish it off with Yoder. Yoder to McGill. Mason has her dribble poked. Nearly touched it before it went out of bounds. It'll stay with HESSTON.
And that's exactly what you need to do. Like I said earlier, pressure the ball handler. Pressure the passing lanes. And the Cardinals play like this, they're already starting to make the Lady Swathers have fits early. It's been a great first couple minutes for the Lady Cardinals here in the second half.
McGill to Mason. Bruggen back to McGill. Triangle action here. Bruggen uses the screen. Nice pass to Mason, layup up and good. Beautiful feed down low for Bruggen. Mason takes advantage of it, gets the layup to go.
Now Casey Mason has 8 of her own. A lot of Swathers getting in this action here offensively.
You'll notice HESSTON, after giving up a couple of threes early, back into a man defense. Stolen by Yoder. That's at least 5 steals for Callie. Running the fast break. An open three for Bruggen on the way. Pure. Bruggen
22
has 3 threes on the game, and she has as many points. Another steal for Yoder. Yoder on the fast break layup, no good. She's fouled from Black.
We might be getting to, I don't know statistically, but we might be getting to a point, if she continues to play like this, she might have the all-time single game steal record.
And I would have no idea what that would be.
Me neither. But six steals?
6 steals.
And we're only in the third quarter, halfway through.
Misses that free throw, so can't quite reward herself in the way she'd like to.
I mean, like you said earlier at the very beginning, defensively, Callie Yoder has been everywhere in this ball game so far.
Second free throw, no good. It'll be a shove. It'll be on Kira White, her first minutes of the game. McCormick, top of the key. Left side, Frieden to Bat. To Black. Inside, nice dish. Fading away for some reason was Frieden. I think if she would have just stopped, it would have worked out for her.
Yeah, definitely made that shot harder than it needed to be. And unfortunately, did not fall.
White at the elbow will take a jumper. No good. Rebounded by CHENEY. Heading the other way. Layup up and no good, but it's going to be a foul. Maybe on Ella Kate Phillips, maybe on Callie Yoder. It will be on Phillips, her third.
And man, the one thing I've noticed now that I can confidently say is the Lady Cardinals have missed a lot of free throws. A lot of free throws, and that can hurt down the stretch.
Second free throw up and good. Yoder with the ball. Directing traffic. She'll pass to Proctor. Proctor left side Phillips, looking for White down low, unable to get it to her. Bruggen at the free throw line. Jumper on the way. Good.
Bruggen, just when you get to a spot, a caliber player like she is, those are going to go in.
Three on the way. No good. Rebounded by Bruggen. She's heading the other way. Bruggen will pass that one out of bounds off the fingertips of Proctor.
That's the one thing is Bruggen plays with such speed that the only thing is if you get sped up, just like great pass, great vision, but just a little too fast, not able to be caught there by Proctor.
Mason and McGill check into the game. Going to be an offensive foul on Cheney, or a 5-second count. My apologies. So give the ball back to the Swathers. They lead 47-23. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Offense for the Swathers has slowed down. The defense has not. Mason, right side to Bruggen. Bruggen trying to knife her way into the lane. Layup up and good. Tough guard, man. Is that 26?
I think that is. Well, 14 plus 9 is 23 plus 3. That is 26.
26 points for Kendall Bruggen. She's been nearly unguardable today. Tip nearly stolen. Kick out three. Bang. Avers gets the three to go.
That's her fourth three of the night. I mean, she's a shooter.
She's got 16. 16 of their 26.
Avers is a solid basketball player. She's been playing very well tonight.
White to Bruggen. Bruggen nearly loses the dribble. Will pass to Mason. Mason, jumper on the way. Rattles up and in. Gets the shooter's roll. Timeout taken by Coach Richardson and the Swathers.
And right when the Cardinals trying to get some of them started, Avers was another three. The ladies Swathers have another answer. And that's what you have to do as a good team is obviously some big threes have been knocked down by the Lady Cardinals, but the Lady Swathers, when they need it, have always had an answer tonight.
Hard, that hurt.
Ouch.
Cheney starting with the ball here out of the timeout by Coach Richardson. They'll nearly lose it. And it's going to be a jump ball, so give it to the Swathers. They'll head the other way.
And it looks like the Lady Swathers help side defense is always in the right place at the right time. Their main defender gets a tip, help side's there to pick it up, or get a jump ball.
Strength in numbers, and that's been the case for Hesston tonight. They're nearly doubled up on Cheney. They lead by 25. Phillips, they'll swing it right side with Yoder. Inside Proctor. Nice move. Up and under, no good, but it'll be out. Last touched by Cheney.
Solid play there by Proctor, trying to get to the up and under to go again, but a great defensive stand there by the Lady Cardinals to allow that to go through.
Inside Proctor, kick out to Phillips. McGill, top of the key. Miscommunication. It'll be out of bounds. Turnover for the Swathers. Cheney ball.
And that's been something that, again, just comes from a lack of either too fast or too slow, or just, a solid lack of communication there between teammates.
Ivers looking down low. We'll be careful of a 5 count with Yoder guarding. Inside stolen. Phillips able to corral that one. Casey Mason with the strong post defense.
I would love to know how many steals that is for the Lady Swathers, just overall.
Quite a few. Yoder to Phillips. Phillips will dish to McGill. Down low to Mason. Mason shot up, no good, fouled. That'll be Hedstrom. Might be her first. It is her first. Mason to the line for 2. First free throw up is good. So now Heston is doubled up on Cheney. (52-26). 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
Casey Mason, that's her fourth make off of 4 attempts from the free throw line. Solid shooter. She has 12 points of her own.
10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ripped away, stolen. Proctor. 5 seconds left. Pass ahead to Casey Mason. The 3 at the buzzer.
Oh,
Good.
my goodness.
She drills it, and everything going right for Heston tonight. They lead by 30 as we head into the fourth quarter.
And
Again,
Casey,
who could have saw this one coming?
Casey Mason, way to know the time, way to get to your spot. The ball comes to you, make the best of the opportunity, cashes out, and that's 15 for Mason. A phenomenal game from the Lady Swathers all around. And again, that, like you said, that makes it a 30-point ball game going in the last quarter with 8 minutes left. That's a daunting task for the Lady Cardinals to come back from.
Yeah, not a lot of hope with just 8 minutes left to go in this game. They've done good to not give up, but Heston just, they can't miss.
It's hard to beat a team that isn't missing shots. But yeah, anyway, all that to be said is the Lady Swathers look like they came out here with a mission tonight, and they have succeeded in every way possible. Tough to beat a team who's playing so well offensively and defensively. The help side defense is the biggest thing I want to highlight on right now is that help side from the Lady Swathers is there. Every time a drive's there, slide over and help. Just from this angle I get to see, it's been fantastic on the help side defense.
And again, you have to talk about, if you're talking about how Heston has gotten this lead, you have to mention their offense. That's been phenomenal throughout the night. Haven't really been able to miss at points. Layup up and good for Cheney to start this one.
Great offensive play there by Cheney, getting it down to the post, getting an easy shot there for 2.
Yoder nearly has it stolen. She'll get it to McGill. And McGill to Bruggen. To Yoder. McGill in the corner. Top of the key, Proctor. Pass to Bruggen. Works her way into the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Cheney. Heading the other way with Ensley. Picks up her dribble. Down low is Bat. Kick out 3 for Ensley. To the side out tackle. She'll go up, get fouled, and hit the layup. She'll go to the line to try to convert on the old-fashioned 3-point play.
And again for the Cardinals, another great start. They had a great start to the third quarter, and now a great start to the fourth quarter with 2 back-to-back buckets and a chance for another one for 9-1.
And you mentioned it. A couple of threes to start that third quarter. Looked like for a little bit that they had gained some momentum. And then from that point, they were outscored by 12 points throughout the rest of the third. Find themselves down 26. So a quick 4-0 run. Again, you have to admire Cheney continuing to not give up. Lehman to Bruggen. She'll stop. Pivot. Yoder to Mason. Right elbow. Bruggen down low. Proctor. Shot up. No good. She's fouled. That'll be on Black. Proctor will be shooting 2. That's 2 on Black. First free throw up and good. A couple of Cardinals checking in. Hedstrom was one of them. Inslee and Bat finding their way to the bench. Couple of dribbles. Proctor steps up, drills the second free throw. 58-30.
And that will
we're
give,
in running clock territory.
And that will give Proctor 15 of her own. Solid performances all around by the Lady Swathers.
Cardinals offensively down low, working it with Block. Shot up, no good. Out of bounds, blocked, or at least impacted heavily. It was Bruggen who collapsed for the help side defense. It'll stay with Cheney. McCormick trying to work her way down low. To Hedstrom, shot up, no good, but she's fouled. 3 fouls on the Swathers here in the fourth quarter.
Second person on line.
Hedstrom at the line. First on the way. Good. Hedstrom has 5, pending the second free throw. Second on the way. Up, no good. They get the offensive rebound. Shot up, no good. Rebounded, fought for. Eventually controlled by Heston. Yoder with it to White. McGill to Lehman, right side Yoder. Phillips, head fake. A lot of space for Lehman. She won't take it. Inside to White. One dribble. Back out McGill. Yoder will have it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Swathers.
I mean, Lady Swathers here just trying to make solid basketball plays here, solid passes. Not doing anything that would lead to a turnover. And just kind of get this clock going down and down.
Yoder to White. She'll find McGill. Down low, Phillips. Kick out, long 2 for Lehman. In and out, rebounded by Cheney. Under 3 minutes left to go in this game. Head fake for Avriz. She'll pass to McCormick. And it's going to be an offensive foul on McCormick. A lot of elbow as she's bumping into Yoder. And she'll get called for it, her second foul of the game.
I think late in this game, you're obviously getting blown out. It's obviously a tough loss. You're away. You're not even at home. It's a tough environment on a Tuesday night. I think it can be pretty easy to get a little more aggressive, some elbows flying. Obviously nothing like intentional, but just little things like that. They build up, and then you get to late game, and it can just really wear on you, tear on you from a long game where everything's not really gone your way.
And now you'll see some youth for Heston checking in. It's Jaden Williams who has it right now. Pass into Madison Gillespie. White with the shot attempt, no good. Last touch by Cheney. Under 2 minutes to go. Lyman tries to get it inside. It's stolen, and then it's thrown out of bounds. Cheney with some youth of their own. We do not have their roster, so we apologize for that.
Our apologies for that.
Don't know any of the players on the court right now other than Katie Weyerman, number 11, and Macy Betts. Saw her swinging it around the horn. Williams ends up with it. Top of the key three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by White. Layup up. No good. Somehow doesn't fall. Long rebound to Cheney.
I want to say they're in a hustle play by Cheney. Just trying to get something going these last couple minutes.
Weirman has her pass stolen by White. Ahead to Lyman. And she's stripped. It's tied up. She's laughing about something on the sideline.
Just late game stuff like that, having your varsity cheer you on, it can be exciting, just especially after a huge victory like tonight.
Gillespie will find Williams right side, inside White. Layup up. No good.
White is getting the looks for sure with some great post entries by the Swather guards. Just unfortunately can't get them to finish.
15 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a foul, and that's going to end the game. We'll see if they let her shoot the free throws or not. Or excuse me, it was not a shooting foul, so that will just end the game. A wire-to-wire victory for Hesston, 58-31 again. Ben, we'll talk about it a little bit. I did not see this one coming at all. I did think Hesston was going to win, but not in this fashion, certainly.
I can say with almost 100% confidence, I don't think anyone in the state saw this one coming.
This is a top 10 battle in the KVCA, two undefeated teams. And Hesston putting on one of their best performances really over the past couple of years.
This was, like you said, a wire-to-wire victory. The Lady Swathers had a mission, as I've said earlier, and they came out, really you could even say with a vengeance.
Yeah, they got out to a 6-0 lead, 11-1 at one point, 14-4. They just continued to pile on, and they never looked back. They won every single quarter except for that fourth, which they lost by 3. But other than that, they dominated this game through and through.
And, you know, you look at it, and, you know, I want to get your take on, you know, your MVP of tonight's game.
Oh, it's without a doubt Kendall Brugan. She had 26 points. For a majority of the game, she was outscoring Cheney by herself. She's a shot maker. She's a shot taker and a shot maker, and that's exactly what she was tonight. Hit a couple of long-range threes. She was also a facilitator, made a couple of nice passes, and that's one of the more underrated parts of her game. And she just played phenomenal throughout the evening.
Right. Have to agree with you there, but I have to give some respect and credit to my defensive MVP, Callie Yoder. Phenomenal game as a small guard, someone that's been probably overlooked on a roster that's so deep with Proctor and Brugan, but just showing up in the ways of just steal after steal. 6 total steals tonight, correct?
At least. That's just from the ones that I remembered.
Okay.
So it could have been more than that.
That's just a phenomenal defensive hustle. And it really, as a lot of people would say, being a good defensive player is a mindset. And Callie Yoder has that mindset.
So all of those things combining for Hesston, again, they win big, 58-31 over Cheney. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We will be back for the Bully side of things. Should be a phenomenal matchup tonight between Hesston and Cheney.